Welcome to Integrity Inspire, your daily dose of inspiration and motivation, featuring the bright and talented members of the Integrity Marketing Group family. Now, here's your host, Integrity co-founder and CEO, Brian W. Adams.
Well, all right. Hey, everybody. This is Brian Adams. Thank you so much for joining the Inspire podcast. Man, I think this is going to be one of those days that we all look back on in Integrity's history that says this was a transformational moment, and I cannot wait to share some exciting news with all of you today. Whenever we started this podcast, I can't believe it's almost been a year since we started this idea of really coming together with all of our employees and sharing just different ideas and encouragement and inspiration overall. And so one of the people who helped bring all of this together, several of the people, we got a lot of people who brought this together, but Kendall Spence, who's back from maternity leave, we heard from her last week. I want to bring on Kendall real quick to catch up on a couple of things before we get started here. Kendall, you've known me to work on a lot of deals, a lot of big deals. You and I have worked together for almost 10 years, and this is one of those deals we're going to announce here in a minute that I know that you know how passionate I've been about this and excited I have been about really announcing a true mentor that is joining the Integrity family that is going to be a lot of fun here in just a minute. I know you know that as well as anybody.
A legend. I'm so excited.
Well, so can you believe, so it was about a year ago next week, I think, actually, that we started working remote. We went to this, COVID about this time last year. I mean, think about what's happened in a year. And COVID hit. Everybody, went out and, we all did our part to fly in the curve. I don't know. There's going to be a lot of things I think we look back on and go, can you remember when we would go to the grocery store? We wouldn't go inside, of course. We'd wear rubber gloves and a mask, and then we'd come home and we'd have to disinfect our grocery bags and all that type of stuff. I mean, those were like scary times that we went through. And part of what we decided to do, and thank God for Laura Kimball and her idea about bringing people together on a daily basis to just share some inspiration. And so we decided that we would all come together, and every morning we would just share ideas. We'd interview some of our legendary partners and hear how they got in the business, how they overcame obstacles, how they really were excited about the future of Integrity, and just give us some inspiration for our morning as we started, especially working remote, which was just a bittersweet time in a lot of ways. And every morning you would come alongside of us and sing a song. Well, we would try to get the other people to sing a song. Sometimes it worked. You had Allentown, you had Anthony Chapman, you had Craig Hart. You had a few that would sing. Most would not, including myself. But we would have these moments where you would kind of save everybody and sing a song, which ended up leading to there's a lot of other talented people out there, and we decided to open up Integrity Idol. And whenever we did that, nobody knew how big that was and how that would be. Wasn't that such a fun time? I think in the history of kind of what we're building together that we went through, Kendall.
Oh my goodness! With Integrity Idol, I remember we just got to like sit and watch it become this huge wave of doing something good during a time when it was really difficult for a lot of people. I was so proud of Integrity and the heart of community and service that came behind something fun and silly like Integrity Idol. I just can't believe what it changed into, and it was amazing.
Yeah, it was so much fun. And then the other day we were on this, and you weren't back yet. So we've had all those Integrity Idol contestants come back, the finalists come back and sing their song. And we had a blast with them. I mean, just hearing all of them rejoin us here as part of this. And then we had this idea of Integrity has more talent than just singing. So let's open up the competition to not just singing competition. Let's open it up to Integrity's Got Talent. And I had this moment where I think I heard Ann Wood and team gasp, like, "Oh crap! Don't do that to us again." Don't talk like this. This is a lot of work, but I think we're going to roll out, as we announced last week, we're going to roll out Integrity's Got Talent. What do you think about that, Kendall?
I'm so excited. I cannot wait to see the submissions that we get.
Well, it is going to be so much fun, and we are going to be kicking this off here very quickly. In fact, I shot a video last week to highlight some of the talents that you could do. And listen, we've got some of the most talented people out there in the world. You can sing, you can yodel, you can dance, you can wiggle your ears, you can juggle, you can tell jokes. Whatever it is, we want to see your talent. And I know there's a lot more talents out there than that. But I shot a video that's going to give you a quick overview of this. And I would say there were some outtakes on there, and I didn't anticipate them to be included. But our team, I think, is going to include some of those. So stick around whenever the video stops, because there's some additional outtakes that follow it that's pretty darn funny, that our team caught me trying to show some of my talents, which were pretty poor. But with that being said, we're about to kick off Integrity's Got Talent, so get ready with all of your talents. We're going to have a lot of fun. We're going to bring back the opportunity to give back. We're going to be giving a lot of money, first of all, to all the different partners here, that are the people who participate. But we'll also be giving to charity, and we're going to be working on that as well. And so we cannot wait to see all the different talents that you guys have. But speaking of talent, we want to start off this, like we always do, with a true talented person in Kendall Spence. Kendall, you always save the day. You always bless us all by singing for us. What do you have for us today?
Well, like you said, Brian, a year ago almost, we're coming up on that anniversary, the beginning of Remote and beginning of Inspire, the podcast. And so I thought I'd sing the first song I ever sang on Integrity Inspire.
Impressive. I'm impressed you remember that.
It was scarring enough and jolting enough. I think I'll remember everything about
I think you were put on the spot.
Yes.
If you remember, hold on. If you remember, listen, let's go back in time for just a minute. So if you remember when we first kicked off Integrity Inspire podcast, you had to sit in your closet, and you could hear this banging on the door. It was your daughter trying to get in the closet because you were trying to do that, and you were trying to sing. So, man, there were some great days we're going to be telling about for a long time. So maybe that was the scarring part, as you sang with this knocking on the door. Yeah.
It was, I spent every morning for 6 weeks standing in my closet doing this call. So you couldn't hear any background noise, and Darcy got loose one day.
Oh, that was hilarious. I remember texting, like, does anybody hear knocking? And you were like,
yeah.
My daughter.
Sorry.
Oh, that was hilarious. All right, what was the first song you sang? And let's add another element. Why did you choose that one to begin with whenever we first kicked it off?
All right. Well, the song was Biscuits by Casey Musgraves. And honestly, I picked it because my brain went blank of everything else. I couldn't even have told you my own name, probably. You scared me so bad. But
I think I asked somebody, didn't I? One of our guests.
It was AC.
Was it Jim?
AC.
No, it was it Jim Sweeney? I think. I asked him to sing, and then you were just like, because AC owned it. He sang it.
He did.
But I think you just like we're like, okay, fine. And you just brought this. I never even heard this song before. So carry on. Why did you choose it now?
Well, I've always liked this song because it's just about being kind and not meddling and just kind of don't be, well, for lack of a better term, don't be a jerk. Just be nice and everything will go just fine.
I like how you hold up.
All right. All right, you ready?
Let's have them.
Just hoe your own row and raise your own babies. Smoke your own smoke and grow your own daisies. Mend your own fences and own your own crazy. Mind your own biscuits and life will be gravy. There you go.
I love it. I love it. Thank you so much, Kendall. You're a blessing. I cannot wait for Integrity's Got Talent. Again, get ready, start brushing off any of the cobwebs you may have had in those high school talent shows, or any of the aspiring musicians or actors or jugglers or whatever there are out there. We're going to see some amazing things. This is also going to require us to loop in video somehow. So this is going to be a whole new element for all of us here at Integrity with Integrity's Got Talent. So be on the watch for this week. We're going to be sending out our video to kick this off, and you can start submitting your talents after that. So incredibly excited. In addition, man, this is such an incredible opportunity for us to come together on the Inspire podcast. And every week we've been having huge industry-shaping announcements. Announcements, I think, have just become even so much more fun as we continue to announce just great partners that have joined the Integrity family. And today we have, I think, the biggest announcement of them all. We have an absolute industry icon, industry giant, and a massive legend in the insurance business that is going to be joining the Integrity family and is honestly one of the most well-respected people and organizations that I've ever met and that we've ever seen. And so tomorrow morning we're going to be announcing that the Copeland Insurance Group has joined the Integrity family. For some of you guys who may not be as familiar with Copeland, Mel Copeland is an industry icon, one of the most iconic figures in the entire Integrity or in insurance business. And as part of this transaction, Mel and Melissa Copeland will become managing partners of Integrity and continue to lead their team. Mel is not only a great mentor to me personally, but also a great mentor to many, many people in the business. And he began his business over 60 years ago, and the impact that he's had on the healthcare business in the U.S. has, I don't know if we'll ever really know the full extent, just because of all the things that he and his team have been able to accomplish. And I can tell you from all the partners here at Integrity, this is one of the most exciting moments for us to come together and partner with an incredible icon. Mel and Copeland Insurance Group is a leading independent marketing organization. They're based in Longview, Texas, that Mel started in 1962 and has continued to expand to over 30 offices throughout the U.S. They have over 130 employees. They serve over 20,000 insurance agents and serve over 120,000 Americans a year in enrolling into a new insurance product. The Copeland Group really provides great Medicare coverage in one of the leading Medicare Advantage and Medicare Supplement organizations in the U.S. and is always at the top of the leaderboard with every company that they work with. But they also provide great life and health coverage, commercial, home, and auto insurance products with this emphasis and this passion about bringing the right products to their clients and especially the senior market. And we've created Integrity And what we've built here at Integrity is great, iconic people like Mel Copeland coming together with really this idea that if we all come together, we can accomplish more. And by utilizing Integrity's state-of-the-art technology and resources and relationship, there is no telling where we can all go from here. And it's partnerships like these that move us forward in our mission to innovate insurance. And I can't wait for really this big announcement for everybody to see that this icon is joining the Integrity family, and that we're all going to be able to continue to innovate insurance as we continue to look to the future. I can also tell you that Mel Copeland is a man that I've never seen a man that is this attentive to detail. The way he dresses, the way he wears his cufflinks, to the way he carries himself, to the utmost integrity that he has in everything that he does, along with his wife, Melissa. The two of them are just two incredible examples of who I want to be when one day of people looking back going, man, he had integrity in everything he did and always did it with class. And so with that being said, I'm incredibly honored, incredibly humbled to welcome my new partner, Mr. Mel Copeland, to the Integrity family. Mel, this is a huge day for all of us, and we cannot tell you how proud we are to welcome the entire family, but also how thankful we are that you chose Integrity.
We appreciate all the kind words, and it's certainly an honor for our team to officially be part of Integrity. Since the very beginning, we have really concentrated on service to the client, and we feel that the most important thing that we do as a company is to make sure that our clients are covered and they're comfortable when they go to bed at night. I never will forget a time that a lady called about 5:30 on a Friday afternoon, and she said, "I'm so glad you answered the phone. I would not have been able to sleep all night if I hadn't talked to someone." So this is a type of client that, we have, and I know that all of our partners here with Integrity have the same type client, and we have been able to stay true to our goal after all these years, meeting the needs of our clients. Over 20,000 agents working under our contract in 41 states on a national basis, and we've been successful in building our business, but it also has been a slow process. And when we started talking to Integrity, we saw the talent and opportunity there, so we decided to integrate with the Integrity system to our agents so that we could do the same thing that we've done in the past, but on a much larger scale. I think it really helps us to take our business to the next level in serving our clients.
Well, we think so too, Mel, and man, we're just so honored and so proud and personally so grateful that you chose Integrity, and thankful for all that you've personally done for this industry. If it weren't for leaders like yourself and many others, there wouldn't be these opportunities that many of us today, including myself, would have in this business that I think is the greatest business in the world, where we get to serve people, help people, and also provide for our families as part of it. Now, Mel, you and I have known each other for a long time. In fact, we were together recently, and we were talking about the first time we got to know each other and sit down and have lunch, and just all the things that have happened through the years has been just been great to get to know you. And you're somebody that I've always admired so much. And one of the things I love is your story about how you got into the business. Now, you were an oil man, right? You were an oil man at first in the Persian Gulf. I mean, you went to Iran, back when you could go to Iran or you'd want to go to Iran. Tell us a little bit about kind of what your days in the oil business and how you got into that, and then how you transformed and got into the insurance business.
Well, thank you, Brian. Really, all sort of accidental in lots of ways, but I work for an oil company out of Dallas, and I signed a 2-year contract to work in the Persian Gulf. And after spending 2 years there, I came back to one of our people was killed in an accident, and I brought him back to the States. So after moving back, I lived in Amarillo, and I was looking for a job because I'd moved out of South Louisiana up to Amarillo to sort of get away from the thing out in the Cuban with the Russians and what have you. So I went around looking for a job and ended up trying to find a location that I had a referral on a job. I walked into the office of Prudential and front desk, and the lady said, "May I help you?" And I said, "Well, you sure can. I'm sort of lost." I said, "I was looking for this address," and she said, "What are you looking for?" And I said, "I'm looking for a job." And she said, "Well, let me have a seat, and I'll have somebody I'd like for you to talk to." And so I did. I sat down and visited there for a minute, and a manager came out, and we went to the back of the office and visited about insurance. And after a short time, I said, "Well, I'm looking for a job. I got a job, so now I'll get started." And they gave me a debit route, collecting life insurance premium for house to house, working every night. And we worked on Monday night, Tuesday night, got off on Wednesday, went back on Thursday. And I didn't care much for it, and I don't think my wife really liked that all that much either. But when I first got the check at the pay period, it sort of sold me on being an insurance agent. And at that time, I decided that living in another part of Texas would be a little easier for me because I had relatives in Alabama and had relatives in Amarillo. So we chose Longview for our middle point. And so I found an agency that was for sale here in Longview, and I purchased the agency and hired 2 secretaries, and then had 3 salespeople come along that I put to work. And then in the like everything else in the insurance business, it integrates into other things, and so we got involved in Medicare supplements, and it became really a big deal for us. From the fact is that I like to deal with the older clientele, and so did the salespeople that I put on. So we started selling med sups, and then that went really well, and so we got invited to lots of different venues that the insurance industry was putting on, and I ended up with the MA plan when they first came out with Secure Horizon. They first appointed agents here in the state of Texas, and it was really nice that with med sups we always had a problem because there was no drug coverage, but with the MA plan along came drug coverage. So all of a sudden we had a product that really fit the senior population. And as we've grown over the years, we tried to add other people because I'm so intent that insurance is a thing that out of the 5 kids we've got 4 of them in the insurance business. So we took our 3 agents and started recruiting, and we got up to where we were recruiting 1,500, 2,000 new agents every year and selling apps in 41 states. We have offices located from Honolulu to Miami. So we've really tried to expand our business and cover the whole countryside and bring in new agents on every year and train them in insurance. And I go back to the time I started. The first day I went in, I didn't care much for insurance, but after a few checks, you really get the idea this is the style that you want to be in.
Man, that is an amazing story, from being in the Middle East in the oil business to going to Amarillo, to getting into taking a job, and then finding a passion and finding a career of helping people, all the way down to 4 out of 5 of your kids now being in the business is such an incredible story, and it's one that I've admired for so long. You've obviously been incredibly successful, and you've always done it with just such class, which is something that I really admire so much about you and your team, and just the way you guys have always carried yourself, and the way that you guys have always just done everything with the utmost of integrity and class. What led you to decide to become a partner here?
Well, like we said, always, trying to serve the client to the best of our ability, and making the agent really feel comfortable with what they're doing and who they're working for. We looked at lots of different avenues, but when we started talking about integrities, their offer for all the technology that they have, the growth and solutions that we really needed to add to every day. It seems like there's more technology coming on board that will help the agents. And so with all these things in mind, Integrity had all the solutions that I felt like was, for the future, providing growth that we needed for our group. And then the pandemic hit, and we started seeing, a change in the way that we made our sales. I mean, at first, all of our agents were going house to house, venue to venue, talking about, the product. But all of a sudden now, people didn't want you in their home. They wanted to do it over the phone. And so with this in mind, it sort of changed the way that we had to do business. And so we started looking, which company has the most to offer. Integrity was the company that looks like has the most to offer the agents in the field. All the things that they really need out there to make a sale, because some people, they want someone to sit across the table from them. Some people, they said, we can do it by phone. So with Integrity, they had everything as far as technology, the quality of people, working, and to help our people along. So with that, Integrity was the company to go with. So we couldn't be any prouder than the change that we made to come along with Integrity.
Man, well, I'm so humbled to hear that, and I can't tell you how excited we all are as well. I am getting blown up with text right now. I can't hardly. My phone keeps on buzzing here just because of all the people who are so excited about you coming alongside of us, and together what we can do, I think, in this industry is really help so many more people. And you're one of those guys. I remember when you and I first sat down about 4.5 years ago, we sat down, we talked about this opportunity to come together, and you were saying, listen, we're just getting started. In fact, every time we get together, and we were together, a couple of weeks ago, I leave, thinking, man, I'm not doing enough. Like we've got so much more we can do, and you've got people like you and Melissa and Johnny Y. Barbo and others that are sitting there just going, man, we're just getting started. Like we've got so many more people we can help, and this is one of those things that I think in 10, 15 years from now we're going to be talking about all of the things that we're still doing together, which is so exciting. And I know you're going to be working harder than any of us, and frankly, as part of that. So tell me a little bit about what you're looking forward to for the future of Copeland Group.
Well, I've been coming to the office every day for years. I usually get here about 8 every morning. And, the things that really impressed me about integrity is how they treat their people, and this was so very important to me, is how our people would be treated, if we did make some changes. And this is a thing I think that every person in our office feels like, that I couldn't have made a better decision than come in with integrity. We had a big ice storm here in Longview. We got 12 inches of snow. I think that's more than ever before. And I stayed in the house 5 days. We didn't leave the house. And
Me too. I hate it.
And Melissa and I, we look out the door. We're gonna get out today. No, I think we'll wait.
It was worse than the COVID lockdown period. I think. At least then you could go out for a walk.
Right? Yeah. I didn't even move the car for 5 days, and my wife never spent so much time together without seeing other folks around. But the partnership there with integrity, it really makes me excited, because I know all the same priorities that we have are every day we talk, I find a few more things out that I like, about integrity. You guys have really put a team together. You've really covered all the bases as far as I can see. There's not one employee that I've talked to in our whole organization that has said, hey, Mel, you made a mistake. I really prefer not to be involved, but not one. So this makes a big difference to me as owner of the company, that how I focus for the future, how we can do our job. And so I really feel excited and a big relief too, Brian. I think this partnership is going to be really good for all of our people, and most especially our client. We've built these people over the years. We've had them on the books so long. I've had people to drive for 3 hours to see one of our salespeople in the office, because they did such a nice job for them. And anytime they call back, they treat them like they were the first time, that they've been here. Really focused on all their parts, what they need every year. As a person gets older, they need a different medication. They need a different doctor to see, or things like that. In our whole group, they are really trying to help. And this is the thing that I see this partnership with integrity, is that no matter which way we go, you're there. If we need help in technology, you've got to help. If we need help in just people skill, you've got that. So this is the thing that really makes me feel like the decision was right, and and we're so proud to be part of Integrity.
Well, it's the honor and the pride is mutual. We are incredibly excited to make this announcement tomorrow. Your team, all the incredible people that you've put together, all of your managers and your leaders, and Becky and Melissa and the entire family, there is we just couldn't be more honored to be partnered together. And I know this is such a big day, so I want to bring on a couple of different people just to kind of share with their thoughts about really how big of an announcement this is and how excited we all are. When you and I first met, I think you and I first sat down in 2009, and Shanna Clark introduced us, and she and I went over there, and we had lunch together, and just talked about the future of the business and the opportunity, the way we could serve people. It's a small world because Shanna went to work with Medicare Advantage specialists with Jerry Klamer, and then now we're partners with Jerry and Shanna, and so it's bringing that all of these different components back together, which is just so much fun. And so I wanted to ask Shanna to be the first to welcome you as an Integrity partner, since she was the first to introduce you and I way back then. So Shanna, are you there with us?
I'm here.
What? Can you believe this, Shanna? Can you believe this?
I can't. You know what? I remember that day. We were at the country club, I think, there in Longview. Yep. Yeah, that was so long ago, and so much has happened since then. Mel, I have enjoyed working with you for so many years, and I often think about, our daily phone calls that we had, because you would call me when you knew that I was in my car on my way home from the office there in Dallas, and you had my full attention, and we would talk about how we were going to strategize to grow your MA business. And gosh, way back then we were just trying to figure out how can we get you over that 80 app mark. We were at 80 apps a month. How are we going to get you to 100? And look at you. I just can't believe it. But anyway, I'm so blessed, to call you and Melissa friends. But now I get to call you a partner, but more so family, and I just love you both so much, and I'm so happy that you're going to be a part of Integrity.
Well, thank you, Shanna. I remember those days. They seem like a million years ago, don't they?
They do. We're getting old.
So you said 80 apps. Mel, you guys do 120,000 new enrollments a year. You're one of the largest in the Medicare Advantage world. You do 80 apps an hour, I think, or something now. It's if you think about those days, most people think, man, you're an overnight success, right? Man, you've always been successful. You're an overnight success, and you starting out your business in Longview with 2 assistants and 3 agents, and if people knew how long this overnight success sometimes takes, you'd probably do something different. But that is great to hear, Shanna. I really appreciate you joining us today.
You're welcome.
We also have Tom Fleming. Tom, are you there with us?
Hey, I'm Brian, and I appreciate the opportunity. Congratulations, Mel. Brian, you said it in your intro. I'm certainly honored and humbled that Mel has joined the platform. Superlatives get overused, but Mel is absolutely the definition of a legend and a true gentleman. And I think he's going to class the joint up a bit, which is a good thing. So, Mel, Melissa, welcome to the family. What a great day.
Thank you, Tom.
Mike Wingate, are you there with us?
I sure am. Good morning, guys.
Man, how big! I know this has been something you and I talked about for years.
It has been very exciting day indeed. So it's been a long time since we started talking with Mel and Melissa, and I know it's always tough decisions and things, but what an exciting day to have them join and be part of the Integrity family going forward.
Yeah, I think we've also got Tom Sheath, one of the other co-founders of Integrity. Tom, are you there with us?
Hey, good morning, Brian. Can you hear me okay?
Yeah, we can hear you great, man.
Well, talk about a huge surprise for a Monday morning when you introduce one of the most respected insurance agencies in the country to join the Integrity family. I mean, news can't get any bigger than that. Melissa and Mel just have a tremendous agency down there across the country and very well respected in our industry. And we just have to add the Integrity Hall of Fame just got a little bit bigger with a couple more members, man. Very exciting news to say the least.
Yeah, man, I tell you what, this is an incredible day. In fact, Dan McNerney just texted me and said he is speechless. What a tremendous new partnership for Integrity and for Mel. Mel is a legend and one of the classiest guys in our industry. Congratulations, Mel. I'm very proud and honored to be your partner with you here at Integrity. So that is incredibly exciting for all of us. Let me bring on one other partner real quick. I know we've got a lot of people that we want to bring in. That is that Ryan Kimball. I know this is a huge day, and Mel's been, I think, a mentor to you for many years as well. And I think you would agree this is a huge day for all of us, right?
No, I would, Brian. I think that it's exciting to see the growth that we've had in our partnerships, and when you look at somebody who's been around as long as Mel has, and has been literally in every leadership meeting that I've been in, probably that Tom and Mike have been in on the Medicare side. He's been a kind of the gold standard as far as how the meetings have gone and what we've talked about, and his leadership in those as well as leadership in the industry has been phenomenal. So it's an exciting day. I think Tom said it pretty clearly. Super well respected, and man, so glad he's a partner of ours. So it's an exciting day for sure.
And then to wrap things up, again, really appreciate everybody jumping on. I've got so many people who are so excited about this. But I wanted to invite Kim Clark as well. No relation to Shanna, but I wanted to have Kim join us because I know Kim, you've been great friends with Mel for so many years, and you were just texting me about how exciting of a day this is. So I'd love for you to be able to welcome Mel as well.
Yeah, Brian. Oh my gosh, talk about adding another company that embodies our company name, Integrity. That is Mel and Melissa Copeland. It has been so amazing to have Mel and Melissa in my life in this industry, working with them for many, many years. And gosh, Mel, we talked about you coming to Integrity numerous times. And I'm so thankful that it's finally here, and you guys are on board, and you're part of this amazing team. And I'm excited to see what we're going to be able to do in the future.
I am too. I appreciate you calling. We are excited to get this thing going and moving forward.
Absolutely.
Well, Mel, this is. I can tell you, I've never gotten this many. I need to take the rest of the day off, I guess, because I've got so many people I need to respond to that are so excited about this, just within the Integrity family. And tomorrow we're going to be making this announcement publicly, and the video that you guys put together and the announcement, I'm so proud of it. It's kind of rare that I share, even with my mom and dad were over this weekend, and I pulled this video up, and I showed it to them just to say how honored I was to be partnering with somebody like you and Melissa and your entire team, and I just want you to know that from the bottom of my heart how excited we are about this announcement of this partnership. I know you're going to be coming to the office tomorrow, and I'm excited to see you in person as well. But I can't wait for this announcement to go out, and then more than that, it's about what we can do together to really continue to innovate insurance and continue to better serve the American population with these incredible, important products, and just the opportunity that we have combined going forward. So congratulations again. Really appreciate this opportunity and can't wait to see where we can all go together. And can't wait to see you tomorrow.
Thank you, Brian. I'll be there.
All right. Well,
have a good day.
As I said, all right, thank you very much, Mel. As I said, this was a huge announcement, one of the biggest we've ever had. Ladies and gentlemen, thanks so much for joining us today. This is such an incredibly exciting opportunity as we all make this big announcement and all the incredible things we're working on. Appreciate everybody coming together to see how we can all accomplish more together. And I cannot wait for this announcement to have everybody know that Copeland Insurance Group is now part of the Integrity family. So I hope everybody has a wonderful day. Thanks again for joining us. God bless you guys all, and I look forward to seeing you very soon. Thanks again, Mel. Thanks again, everybody. We'll talk soon.